On here on 2K. Sports can't wait to get some NBA action going. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's going to be Honolulu off the tip. Irving with the ball. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here is Irving. To the paint. Here's Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly. He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
For three, Beasley off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Irving buries the long-range jumper.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Pass to Hollins. Here's Jop. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Wright with the drive.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Irving driving inside. Good D by Irving. Now Daniels. Pass to Jop. Back to Daniels. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. It's right on the wing. And it's blocked by Hollins. And they get it back. Shot clock at 5. Honolulu needs to get off a shot. And Wembanyama, that's for 2. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Down low. And stolen by Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Wembanyama, right side. Right outside. Wembanyama, a screen. And finished off by Wright.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off. There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it. You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And that one's good. Right.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now, here's Brewer. After Julius Erving's miss. Outside Irving. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Jock. Ball's knocked loose. Irving with the steal. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Away team ball.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Chop. Easily outside. To the inside. On the wing, Daniels. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Right from outside. And so it's Honolulu with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Honolulu.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Now here's Winslow. Here's Irving. Over to the wing. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Here's Mobo. Winslow up top. The kick out to Irving. And that one is good.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Chop. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for Honolulu. Number 43.
Now, here is Irving. He has yet to score. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Now here's Winslow. Pass to Mobo. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Jock. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Over to the left wing. Back to Irving. Over Koulibaly. Intercepted. Now, here's Brewer. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Honolulu shooting their first free throw of the game.
First team foul.
Irving with the ball. Scoreless thus far. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. To the middle. Pass to Brewer. Right wing. Inside. And it's sent back by Irving.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
Down low. Collins.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Mobo. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Mobo's got his second basket.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Spins. Here's Jock. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Irving for 3. He doesn't hit that one.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Ellison. To the paint. A steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. To the inside. Here's Hollins. And Hollins with the stuff.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. So Honolulu calls timeout. They're first. .29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bounce pass from right. Both loose. Back to Irving. And they'll get another chance. Pass to Coulibaly. 4 seconds left. Second chance shot. Outside for Wembanyama. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Honolulu out in front, leading by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Still something Fareed is working on from that spot and that range, but there he buries it.
And Wembanyama with the flush.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
No, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Here's Black. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
Wow,
And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Here's Ellison. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Takes it inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Wright nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Ellison. Kicks it out to Beasley. Launches it. Traps in the tray.
Michael Beasley.
Beasley's got 6 points.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Snatched away. It's stolen by Banchero. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Koulibaly. He takes it in. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Banchero outside. The kick out to Wright.
2 minutes.
And Wright throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Mobo, and it's denied. To the middle. Here's
Look out below. The Manimal uncaged and no prisoners taken.
Wright looking around. Pass to Koulibaly. Shepard with the ball. He's defended by Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. Honolulu passing it around. The offensive rebound. That one misses. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Beasley. Here's Ellison. Drills it from outside. Ellison's got 5. Timeout called. Honolulu.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout. Here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
They set the screen. Back to Brewer. Now Shepard. Nothing on the board. Lays it up and banks it in. And Honolulu leads by 1.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Irving, good.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Timeout called, Honolulu. Seven seconds left to play here in the third. Winslow wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Up by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Pass to Brewer. Left side, Irving. Irving with the steal. Howland's with it. Back to Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has an incredible gift. And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Pass to Daniel. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jop, covered by Winslow. Fader on the way. Jop can't make it work.
I get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
And Irving throws it down.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has an incredible gift.
Here's Brewer. And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Chop. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Here's Irving. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
Pass to Banchero. Wembanyama, a screen. And Banchero, here we go.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Honolulu.
credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
First team foul.
And here's Beasley from deep three-point land. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second team foul.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Paolo Banchero. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Pass to Irving. Beasley with it. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And here's Irving. He's covered by Irving. Here's the teardrop. No good from Irving. Pass to Hollins. Now, here is Irving. Count it!
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And Wembanyama with it. Guarded now by Irving. Wembanyama outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Irving pulls it down. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Jock. Now Daniels. And here's Hollins. It's Beasley on the wing.
Timeout, timeout. Substitution for Honolulu. Number 55.
Beasley for 3. Right between the eyes.
Lazy defense there, guys. You have to guard the outside on inbounds plays, too. Every man has to be accounted for in those situations.
Timeout called, Honolulu. And what's their best move at this point?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them. Wednesday, UK Sports presents the NBA with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. And it's going to be Honolulu off the tip. Now here's Wright. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Beasley. Knocks it loose. And now Brewer running the floor all by himself.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gift.
Here's Irving. Pass to Jock. It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Jock from down low. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. Brewer with the ball. Beasley covering. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Irving drives in. Right outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. Good.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Wembanyama, a screen. And Hollins pulls it down.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Beasley takes it inside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Irving. White trying to break free.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
Now here's Beasley. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Irving, and Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gift.
Drops in the tray.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Here's Irving, and Dr. J slams it in.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Over in the corner, Bancaro. They set the pick. Back to Brewer. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jock.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Irving. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
It's right on the wing. Down low. Goes up at the stripe. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Jump. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get the second quarter up. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And the three off target. And here's Honolulu. Trailing by 2. Here's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Irving. Here's Hollins. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Kicks it out to Bancaro. And here we go.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Pass to Brewer. There's the pick. Back to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Irving with a clean look. Off target from outside. And here's Bancaro. He'll bring it up for Honolulu. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Bancaro.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Bancaro has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Pass to Jock. And Irving launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Irving's got 9.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Back to Winslow. And that one's on target from the wing. Winslow's got his second basket of the game.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Pass to Jock. for three. Banchero grabs the board.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Inside, here's Brewer. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Erving. And here's the fast break. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint, and Erving throws it down.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And Hollins with the stop.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Back to Coulibaly. 5 to shoot. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Coulibaly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They set the pick. Pass to Hollins. Back to Erving. And the rebound goes to Honolulu.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the middle. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Brewer offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Brewer. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Erving from long range. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
There's a screen. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. On its way from Erving for 2. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Honolulu leads by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Black. Screen by Fareed. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
In for Honolulu, number 55, DeLon Wright.
For 3, Beasley connects from three-point range. Beasley's got 10.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Ellison. Here's Fareed. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark. Outside Erving. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Fareed. Pushing it up. for the three. And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Fareed, left side. Pass to Black. Here's Ellison. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Koulibaly, no good. And here's Honolulu. Irving surveying the floor. It's deflected. They get a hand on it. Irving with the steal.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit.
Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Back to Black. Pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ellison. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Honolulu with it. The lead is 2. Here's Irving. Now Koulibaly. Here's Banchero. Koulibaly with it. Now guarded by Fareed. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. To the inside. Here's Ellison.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Pass to Beasley. There's the triple. And Wright pulls it down. Honolulu leading by 4. Fast break. Here we go. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And he commits the intentional foul.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Beasley with the steal. Here's Ellison. To stop the drought. And he nails the jumper. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Koulibaly. And here's Irving. Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Fareed with it. And finished off by Fareed.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it drank for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Down low, Ellison. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Irving. Beasley with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
So Honolulu calls timeout. They're first. Both teams will make substitutions. Timeout called, Honolulu.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Substitution on the court.
Winslow with it. He has 6. Can't hit from in close. Here's Hollins. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Up by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Now, Wembanyama. Inside. The jump hook. And Winslow puts it in. Winslow's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Honolulu. Pass to Hollins. Launches it. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside Irving. Now Hollins. And Hollins with the stuff.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Wembanyama. And Hollins pulls it down. And here is Brewer. To the paint. Here's Chop. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Took him no time at all on that one.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Here's Brewer. Misses from short range.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Wembanyama looking it over.
A generational talent. Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
The first one falls.
At the line for Honolulu.
So he gets them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Irving way outside. Those three-pointers off the mark. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Honolulu. Trailing by 2.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And that one's good, Hollins. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Back to Irving. Outside for Wembanyama. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And Honolulu leads by 2.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Wembanyama slicing to the basket.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Irving. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Honolulu lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Honolulu.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And they're moving it up. Daniels with it. Now right defender. Down low. The kick out to Irving. To the inside. And stolen by Irving. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Brewer. Drills the three-pointer. Brewers got the lead up to 7 now for Honolulu.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's Daniels. Count it.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Outside Irving. It's rebounded by John. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. "27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Six to shoot. It's rebounded by Jock. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. They get it again. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Beasley. No good there. So Honolulu wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
Everyone, we have some exciting NBA action coming up. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Right with the ball. Driving in, and he jams it home with authority.
This has always been a strength for Wright, attacking downhill off the dribble.
Right outside. Over to the left wing. From deep, Wembanyama. Fareed grabs the board. Now Koulibaly. Left side, Irving. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kamari. First quarter of play, a minute in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Irving for three. Gets the three ball to go.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
Floats one, and it's Wright missing.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Back to Irving. Outside for Wembanyama. Fires the three. Sinks the tray.
And you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
And here's Wright from the arc. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Wright. There's the block.
Boy, he's got such length at 6'5" in the backcourt. Perhaps surprised the shooter there and came up with the block.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now here's Beasley. 5 to shoot. Back to Wembanyama. Puts it up from 15. And the shot falls short that time.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Outside for Wembanyama. Puts up a three. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Wright. On the take.
Away team foul. Kenneth Fareed. First personal foul. First team foul.
Irving looking around. 6 to shoot. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Irving's got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Shoots. Gets an open look and hits it. He's got 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Wright. Beasley outside. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Wembanyama screen. And Irving powers it home.
The doctor is in. What a display of those trademark dunking abilities. Quite unique, Julius Irving.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Kamare. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Beasley. Another shot with the clock winding down. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Free throw good, Wembanyama. The home team calls timeout. Irving for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter.
The visiting team.
They're up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Wembanyama screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Beasley outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. And they're on the break. Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
He is on some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it hot.
Here's Beasley. Pass to Fareed. Here's Kamare. He's guarded by Irving. Just 5 on the clock. In transition, here they come. Here's Wright. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
You know, guys like Wright, the energy he brings is contagious and good for the whole team. He never lets up, always going full throttle.
Beasley outside. Counted from distance. Beasley's got 5 now.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
They set the screen. Here's Wright with the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
That's just a good example of Wright taking what the defense gives. I mean, why settle for an outside shot when there's room to work inside?
Wembanyama screen. 3-pointer. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Right outside. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
Boy, Wright really understands when he needs to look to pass the ball. An outstanding all-around player.
Beasley outside. Outside for Wembanyama. Out to the right wing. The jump hook. Missed it. 3 for 6 now.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Wembanyama. For 3. Fareed grabs the board. Outside for Wembanyama. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
3.
Wembanyama's got 6 here in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
There's a screen. Coulibaly with it. Now Wright defending. Wright outside. Outside Irving. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Wembanyama screen. Here's Wright. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Boy, he's got such length at 6'5" in the backcourt. Perhaps surprised the shooter there and came up with the block.
The 3 from Wembanyama. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Pass to Fareed. And here's Wembanyama. Beasley for 3. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. Kamari. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
34 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Banchero outside. Jackson the screen. Clock at 6. And it's Banchero with a 3. Banchero's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Banchero the screen. Out left to the wing. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Banchero outside. Fires the 3. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Banchero the screen. Here's Black. The kick out to Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Banchero.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Jack's up a 3. And it's Banchero again missing. Outside Coulibaly. Out to the right wing. Banchero in the post. This one for 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. All alone on the break. Here's Brewer. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Outside Covington. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Koulibaly with it. Jackson in his pocket. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Jackson for 3. Jackson's got 5 points.
And there's something to be said about clock awareness. Jackson Jr. keeping an eye on it.
Here's Black. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Black. From deep three-point land. They get it back. Brewer. Jackson outside.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball.
Here's Black. Yet to see a basket.
Anthony Black. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The visitors with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And it's Koulibaly missing.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's Brewer. Drops in the 3.
And Brewer has no shame or shyness when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc. And he gets the shot off quickly from there, too.
Here's Black. And Brewer pulls it down. The 3 from Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Black uses the glass to finish the layup.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Black. The 3 is up. It's deflected. Here's Black. Banchero the screen. At home.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Jackson, the screen. Back to Koulibaly. 4-3. The shot, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Brewer. And stolen by Banchero. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Black, no good. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Here's Ellison. Here's Brewer. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Koulibaly. Nails it from 3. Koulibaly's got 5 now. Oh, they pick off the pass. And now we've got an intentional foul. The home team calls timeout. Knocks it loose. Here's Fareed. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
With with 3 quarters behind us. Let's see what this 4th period holds in store. And here's Wright. Outside for Irving. Six on the shot clock. Left side, Wembanyama. Pass to Wright. Here's the 3. And Wright with the defensive effort. Beasley outside. Outside for Wembanyama. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Right outside. Pass to Irving. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Here's the pick. Here's Beasley. Oh, misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Right with the ball. Outside for Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
It's Beasley on the wing. Outside for Wembanyama. Beasley outside. Launches a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Now Wright. Pass to Fareed. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Fareed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the finish by Irving.
Artistry and poetry in motion. Irving can create in the air as well as anybody.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th.
2 minutes remaining.
Wembanyama screen. Here's Kamari. Off target from 3-point range. Now here's Jackson. Outside for Wembanyama. Launches it. Hits the 3-pointer. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Right with the bucket.
Boy, I appreciate how competitive Wright is. Likes taking it inside and doing his work there.
Right on the right side. Rebounded by Kamari. Here's Wright. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
.105 left in the 4th. Here's Irving. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game. while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the finish by Irving.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Irving. Going inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
Right attacking. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to right. Lets it go. Pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory, showing that they're the far superior.
Welcome to 2K. Sports, we have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline.
Here we go.
Now, Wright. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Wright. Lets it go from deep. A second chance effort. Shakes him. Screen by Fareed. Here's Wembanyama. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer right. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
No good from Irving.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And guys, in the open court, that's where Dr. J has you holding your breath. He is a human highlight reel.
Now here's Wright. Beasley outside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. The kick out to Irving. Rebounded by Fareed.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Kamara. Fires the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Wright. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the away team, DeLon Wright, taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Wright looking around. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. Lets the 3 fly. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. And here is Wright. Wembanyama outside. Connects from 3-point range.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Fareed outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And it's Beasley in the corner. Trains the three-pointer. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Fareed. And a wide-open look for Wembanyama. And he's good on the three ball. He's got 6.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Back to Wembanyama. Beasley outside. 6 to shoot. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Fareed. Goes back up to the middle. Pass to Kamare. To the inside. Here's Fareed. It's blocked. And here we go. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Fareed. Nobody near Irving. Good on the triple.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
A 3 from Wembanyama. The shot will not fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And Wright, here we go. And finished off by Wright.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Right inside. Wembanyama high post. And stolen by Irving.
Oh, wait.
Play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And stolen by Wright. From downtown, it's good from long range. Wright's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
On the wing, Koulibaly. He's all alone. Jumps up, and Wright throws it down hard.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Irving looking for an opening. Beasley with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Beasley right side. Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fareed outside. Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Will it go? Here's Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
1:56 left in the first half. And the dunk by Wright.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
1:30 left now here in the second. Fareed outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Kamara. Outside for Wembanyama. Shot clock at 3. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
The kick out to Irving. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget it.
Here's Beasley. Nice move. He lays it in. Beasley's got 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The kick out to Irving. Takes the 3. Another miss by Irving.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Pass to Beasley. And it is good. Buzzer. Wow.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Koulibaly with it. And he converts the layup.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. Ben Carroll left side. Outside Jackson. Launches it. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. For three, Covington. Good on the three-point shot. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
Covington's range is a big asset for this offense.
Here's Black. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Black. Unable to get that one. Great defense that time from Banchero. Banchero with the screen. Back to Black. Jackson with the screen. Bangs home the trifecta. Black's got 6.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Koulibaly. Banchero with the screen. Plays it up off the glass.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Banchero. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Ellison. Jackson has the open look. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And it's Banchero missing. And they're running. Banchero with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Ellison.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
They set the pick. On the wing, Jackson. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Banchero. Three-pointer. Banchero grabs the board. To the paint. Here's Ellison.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. There's the drive.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Black in the post. And a missed layup. Here's Brewer. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Beasley for three. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. They lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second. And And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Wright looking around. Down low. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Kamare. Wright outside. And now here comes Wright leading the break. And that one good.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
Pass to Kamare. Beasley with it. Covered by Irving. For 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Goes up. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has an incredible gift.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much. I got a chance to hear what Michael Malone said to his team. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a 3? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Sinks the triple.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Beasley outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wright. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul. 2nd team foul.
He's off on the 1st.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He hits the 2nd from the line.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Coming on the floor for the away team, Jaren Jackson, Paolo Banchero.
Here's Wright. Poked away. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Crafty move. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
So it's the visitors now. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Wright outside. The kick out to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The tray. They get it again. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Wembanyama, a screen. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Kamare. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Fareed outside. Pass to Kamare. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together. He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Floats one. And the rejection by Jackson. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Drills it from outside. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
In matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Outside Irving. And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .105 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Wright. Wembanyama, a screen. Wright outside.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Wembanyama, a screen. Outside Irving. A three. Good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that trade has been deadly.
And right, here we go. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Wembanyama. Yes!
And they do have a foul to give.
Outside Irving. Fires for three. Can't knock in the three.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitor.
Thank you.